Hey guys, I have a swatch video of the new LORAC Pro 4 palette for you. And I have my brushes here. This is the MAC 239 brush for the matte shades and the MAC 242 brush for the shimmer shades. I think these are both discontinued, but they're what I've used previously. And this is the Veramona color switch, which I will be using to clean my brushes in between swatches. And I will be using a primer on my arm. This is the LORAC primer that comes with the palette. So this is the back of the packaging. It has some techniques there on the side if you wanted to enlarge this full screen and read those. And similarly, these are the ingredients for the eyeshadows. So I'm starting off by applying the primer. I think I applied too much here, but you live and learn. So I tried to make sure that this was fully rubbed in and dry before I went in with these swatches. So as I said, I'm taking the MAC 239 brush. This is a natural hair shader. And this first color here is pretty much my skin tone, so it's not going to show up too well. So this is the shade Chantilly. And here I show you how I clean my brush using the color switch. I edit this out later on, but I wanted to show you at least once. I just kind of rub the brush back and forth on that inner sponge and then continue on with the swatching. So this is the shade Brulee. And I think you can see that these shades do kick up rather, a fair bit of powder, which is pretty typical for LORAC shadows. If you've used any of their palettes in the past, I'm sure you're used to that. This is the shade Pecan. And hopefully it comes across on camera, but I am quite fair, so I just wanted to mention that these may not be well suited for darker skin tones. This is the shade Rosebud. Has a bit more of a pinky color to it. This is Warm Ginger, which is a bit more ochre. Has that kind of mustardy color to it. And then Cognac. This is Amaretto, which is a bit warmer. And then finally Black Currant, which isn't the best, to be honest, as you might expect from a dark purple matte like this. It just takes a little bit of building, and the purpose of these swatches is really to show you the color as best I can. You get a sense of how they might apply, you can get a sense of the fallout, but sometimes you do have to apply them to the eye to get a sense of how they really blend, especially with the other shades. And here I am wiping those off with a micellar makeup wipe. I think this is the Kirkland brand. So I just wanted to give you a sense of how easy they were to remove. And then again, applying additional primer. I think my arm got a little red there from removing the earlier swatches. And then going in with the 242 brush this time into Soft Pearl. And then the next shade here is Iced Rose. We have Silver Mauve, or Mauve if you prefer. And then Begonia, which was a really nice shade. I do have a ring light to film these, so I turn that down later on so you can hopefully get, I don't want to say more accurate, but maybe a less intensely lit look at these shades. That one that I just watched was Candlelight, which I think is more of a foily almost crumbly kind of shade, so keep that in mind. That one is Merlot, which is a much better purple than Black Currant, I think partly because it is a shimmer and then it also has a bit more red in it. And then this is Java. And then finally Midnight, which was kind of surprising to me in how intense it was. And you can see it also had a fair bit of fallout there. So keep that in mind when you apply this shade. So I'm just cleaning up that swatch a little bit. And that is with the ring light turned up a little bit more, and that is with it basically turned down as low as I can get it. So I think the colors are a little bit more muted. I also re-swatched the matte shades. So hopefully these colors showing up are as accurate and true to life as possible. I did use the white balance. I did custom white balance for both kind of light levels. So I tried my best. It is sometimes difficult to get a true reading on camera. And I wanted to end by showing you the palette after I finished swatching it. Keep in mind that I did swatch all of those matte shades twice. So you can see a little bit how much powder kicked up from swatching those and what they're likely to look like for you. I also wanted to mention that I did purchase mine from Kohl's. They're one of the few retailers that is carrying it right now. And currently they are running a 20% off sale, I believe, on all beauty. So you can pick this palette up for $35 instead of the normal $44. So I highly recommend checking out Kohl's if you are interested. I will have a link in the description box below for you to check out. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.